Hey Mystic Wonder fans, my last video on consciousness, the core video of this channel so far, was a bit long, so I thought I'd make a shorter one. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about consciousness from the idealist perspective. What does this mean? It means consciousness is a metaphysical substance. Consciousness is what the universe is. Not only is it fundamental, as panpsychists would have, that it's a fundamental property of all matter and energy, it is matter and energy. It is the very substance of matter and energy. Now, if you look around, you see everything is actually made out of consciousness. This is a realization anyone can have. Consciousness of this, consciousness of that, consciousness of red, consciousness of blue, consciousness of space, consciousness of depth, consciousness of time. This is all part of the content of your consciousness. This right here, this is part of your visual field, right? Your visual field is part of your field of awareness. So is your body, so is your mind, so are your emotions, the whole environment. It's all part of the content of your consciousness. It's all made of consciousness. And that's the absolute truth. Because pure consciousness is absolute reality. Everything is an expression of this absolute reality, an expression of pure consciousness. Consciousness modified in a modified form. It's all about the form of consciousness. But pure consciousness itself is the substance. Formless awareness, as I would say. So what does this mean? For physics, it means the unified field is pure consciousness. The unified field is that fundamental field. So consciousness, it's a field of awareness. It's something physical, or rather, it is all of physics. All physics takes place in and is made of consciousness. That's the idealist perspective. So you have, the standard model of physics. You get the elementary particles, right? And you've got the matter particles, the matter fields, and then you've got the force fields. And that includes like gravity, electromagnetism, the weak force, the strong force, nuclear force. You have the matter fields, the different kinds of elementary particles, electrons, quarks, whatnot. And then there's ultimately, somehow they're unified. Right now, this is the goal of physics, to have a theory of everything. A grand unification, if you will. And this grand unified field, this pure oneness, this unity, that's pure consciousness, the unified field of physics. Now this goes back to the Vedic tradition. This is the oldest tradition concerning consciousness. Of course, Buddhism and such, they evolved out of the Vedic tradition. This was the grandfather of all idealist philosophies. And they have this system to actually reach enlightenment, to have the realization. It's called, wait for it, meditation. Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah, there's a million forms, but basically the whole point is to have this realization of who am I? That's why they call it self-realization, because you are consciousness. You're not conscious, you are consciousness. Because there is no awareness without the one who's aware. They're literally the same thing. They're inseparable. This is the Vedic philosophy. And that is what enlightenment is. It's this non-dual realization, this non-dual awareness, this union with the state of pure being. Pure being. That's for a really good explanation of this, you should check out Rupert Spira's website. It's called nonduality, nonduality.com or something like that. Just look up Rupert Spira non-duality. He's all about non-duality. He explains every aspect of it. So that is enlightenment from the Vedic tradition. It's this recognition of the nature of reality, which is also self-realization at the same time. So that's about it. Consciousness is the substance of reality. If you really want a good video about this topic, you should look up Consciousness, the Final Frontier on YouTube. Very excellent video, very gentle introduction to all this. It's by a guy named Dada Gunamuktananda. He's a yogi. He's studied consciousness and from the yoga tradition, which is, of course, a branch of the Vedic tradition. And I highly recommend watching that. I have a lot of other books and such that you could check out. Leo Gura's excellent guy. He really knows what consciousness is. But I'll do a separate video on that. So that's about it. That's consciousness from the idealist perspective. Thank you for watching, and this is the core video condensed. So if you want the longer, explanation with all the context, you can go ahead and watch my, I think it was like 37-minute video. That's got a lot more explanation. It breaks it down step by step. But this will be a shorter video that has the same stuff. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you around.